you been through this Corona stuff?
Oh, it's been ups and downs.
Yeah.
Been working, so that's good.
Will you remind
Haven't
me? Because remind me slash tell our many listeners what kind of work do you do?
okay to all the three listeners.
Yeah. Oh, well, now we're up to three, are
We're
we?
three, yes, because I'm a listener now.
That's right. So now we're up to three.
We're three. I do design engineering for a construction company in their cabinetry division
Yeah.
in Linden.
So now, do you end up doing? Do you have to do any original design work, or is it more like you get the design and you say, "All right, now this is not structurally sound, so here are the alterations I'm going to make."
I do mostly a lot of it with the cells drawings.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I deal a lot with designers and reining them back, saying, "No, that's not gonna work.
That's impossible.
That's too big. You can't do that.
Yeah.
That will kill somebody."
Yeah. You're the sad voice of reason that has to bring them back to reality.
Some days.
Do you ever work with the machinery, routers?
I used to.
Planers?
I started off building.
Yeah.
So, and then around 2000, I moved into doing drafting and have been doing that mostly since.
You ever miss the building aspect of it? You ever get tired of looking at the screen?
I do, and then you get down there and it's all dusty,
Yeah, you
and
smell it.
I still love the smell of wood though.
Yeah, that's
You
good.
walk into a shop and it's just
Are
it's a unique smell.
Are you also immune to the smell of paint and thinner that you would get in a spray box?
A little bit.
Yeah.
It still smells good to me.
You've built
so
up a tolerance to it. Then,
I
huh?
probably have.
So, have you ever thought about, trying your hand at making your own bagpipes?
I have.
Yeah.
I have a set of maple bagpipes that I turned myself.
Wait, you already made some?
Yeah, they're in a box.
I didn't know that.
They're nothing to write home about. It was mostly like a prototype set.
Were you making them based off the set you had otherwise, or did you get
Yes,
some
it was a set of Gibsons I had at the time,
Yeah.
so I used the measurements off of it.
I've got a few. If you ever want to borrow them, I've got a few drawings for small pipes and big pipes that I'm not brave enough to have tried anything yet, but I've got aspirations. So if you ever want to look at
Yeah.
some drawings, I'm happy to share them.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That's cool. So do you have a lathe and stuff at home, or can you use the shop at work?
I do. I have a lathe at home. I would, if I was gonna get into it, I'd move more into a machinery mill.
Sure, yeah. So you're the guy to talk to when we want to prototype some, like some weird, all aluminum bagpipes, or.
Yeah, we could do that. We could get them drawn up and that and everything.
Oh man.
Oh yeah,
you shouldn't have
Pandora's
that.
box was just opened.
Yep. You heard it, didn't you? You heard
Yep,
it opening up.
I did.
I have so many dreams.
Yeah.
You will bring them to pass, Kyle.
All right.
All right, man. So what else do you turn other stuff? You turn bowls and
I haven't had my lathe out in a while.
Yeah.
It's mostly just been work, but I have done that, bowls, turning candlesticks, just fun stuff.
Well, we should hang out sometime, man. I've got a
Yeah.
simple little lathe, and before he passed, Zach was teaching me how to turn stuff, but I
Yeah.
turned one bowl and was reasonably happy with it. And then I was trying to do a vase, and the blank shot off of the lathe just terrified me, man. Something caught,
That can be scary.
Oh, it's very scary. I haven't tried any. Well, I use it to wax my bagpipes.
That's a good use for them, though. Too.
Yeah, so that's safe enough, but I
Yeah.
haven't tried turning anything since then. But I want to. So
Yeah, you got to get back into it.
yeah. What other things? Other than some woodworking stuff and bagpipes, what other stuff occupies your time and your energy? What else do you like to do?
I do like little wood carving. That's still with woodworking.
Yeah, like whittling.
Whittling, caricature carvings. I do a lot of that. Do go to classes with my dad.
Awesome.
I can't remember their names, but
We really do need to hang out because that's another thing I really
Yeah.
want to get into. There's this game called, some people call it Coob, some call it Skulls and Femurs,
okay.
where you throw sticks at blocks of wood, basically. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It is fun. It's a lot of fun. And I want to carve up the blocks of wood to look like little soldiers, like little Viking warriors.
Okay.
So then you throw the sticks and knock them over.
It kind of sounds like the camping trip game we played, throwing rocks and sticks at raccoons.
Yeah, it's basically
Kind of like
that's
that, but
basically the idea.
but
yeah.
not so action packed.
Yeah, it's a little more stationary.
Okay, that sounds fun though.
Yeah. So whittling. What else? Carry on.
I love the outdoors, backpacking, hiking.
You got any favorite spots that you go back to repeatedly, or do you like a new place every time?
I like new places. A good hike that's around here is Grove Creek. Hike up to the spring. It's like 3 miles of straight uphill.
Oh yeah. So
It's a good workout,
Yeah.
but it's a pretty hike.
Where do you remember what canyon it's up or whatever?
It's the canyon just north of the G.
Gotcha.
In Pleasant Grove.
Yeah. Awesome.
And then up to the hot springs and that, and then Highlands backpacking, southern Utah, central Utah, out on the San Rafael, Escalante area,
Yeah.
all those great places, great place to live.
When I was really young, I worked a summer for the Forest Service, and out of the Spanish Fork Ranger District.
Okay.
That was the best job I've ever had. It was so great. You'd start early in the morning and just basically every day you'd work your way higher in elevation throughout the day. So then at the heat of the day, you're on top of a mountain somewhere to eat lunch. And then you work your way down again. And if they paid a living wage, man, that's where I'd be again.
Yeah.
It's too bad you can't get one of those jobs that's amazing to do and also pays well. Those are so
Yeah,
rare.
you have to work through it and get up, I guess, higher up.
That's right. They've got
it.
that government pay scale thing. So you got to be like a G20 or something before you're making decent money.
Yeah.
Ah, well.
Yeah.
So what brought you to bagpipes?
I've always liked them. Started out playing after high school.
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten that. You told me that you played
Yeah.
previously to come in with Garden Valley, huh?
Yeah, I grew up in Springville, so there's the connection. I don't know. Some of the older pipers would know Larry Erdman, and that's
You know
what
I
learned.
just barely talked to Larry. Like I just did an interview with him. Like at 9 o'clock, I hung up with him and called you.
Oh yeah, he is a great guy.
He is. I like him so much.
He is. He's a great teacher. I learned a lot from him, and a
There's
great
lot to
guy.
learn,
Yes,
So you learned from him right out of high
I
school.
I did.
And did you play at the Salt Lake Scots for a while then?
I met with them a little bit, started marching a little bit with them. I never did any parades or anything like that. Never got a kilt or that, or long there with them long enough to do that. But I learned a lot from them.
Cool. And so you've now been playing with Garden Valley. Oh, I'm trying to remember. Has it been 2 years?
I think it's been 2 years now.
And
Trying to be there 2 years.
Was this kind of the sort of reawakening of it for you?
It was.
Gotcha.
Trying to get back into it, get back up and get playing again.
Yeah, that's always a bit of a struggle, huh? Once you've started,
Yeah.
then with any downtime, even just over the holidays, coming back into it can be really painful.
Yes.
Probably made worse by the fact that you can remember a time when it wasn't this hard.
Yes, and it's like I used to actually be somewhat good.
Yeah, my fingers used to move right. I used to be able to
Yeah.
pull this bag up.
But when I get practicing again, it comes back and it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's just finding the time to practice.
Yeah. What's the take in the household? What does the family have to say about your renewed interest in bagpiping?
My wife loves it.
Oh, that's good. That's always good.
Yeah, she likes it when I play, but I usually try and practice when nobody's home, or
You don't want to wear out your welcome, right?
Yeah, my two boys are still at home. Seth has come and was starting to learn to snare, but he has found interest in baseball, so he's doing that now with school
Yeah.
and city leagues. But I'll play with them there, and they'll come down and yell at me because it interrupts it's loud and it interrupts their online gaming.
Yeah. Well, you got to respect the online gaming, right?
Oh, yeah.
In your house, right? You got to be like, oh, sorry.
Sorry. Just use it as a battle cry as you go into
Yeah.
war,
That's right.
as you go in and get slaughtered.
Yeah. What other, like, do you have any neighbors calling you and saying, hey, that's enough, or saying, hey, will you come play some more?
I've always had them say, you need to come out and play more. Come outside and play more. And I'm like, if I come out and play more, you'll be going,
Yeah, pretty quickly. He's like,
can
back
you
inside."
go inside and
Yeah.
play more?
Sometimes it's better to keep them wanting more than give
Yes.
them enough, right?
It is.
Yeah. Well, have you got any sort of big bagpiping dreams? Things you really want to be able to do with it?
I want to actually march with a band.
Oh yeah,
Like-
did you get to do any parades last year before the?
I did
coronavirus?
not. I did
Oh,
not.
man,
I was starting off really strong this year, and then it hit, and it was like winds out of the sails. Signed up
Yeah.
to go to Grand Junction and even out to Estes Park.
Man, this was going to be your
And
year.
it was. I was all excited. I was like, yeah, I got everything set up. Had hotels out in Grand Junction. Had to cancel and everything. So it was terrible.
Now the challenge is keeping that fire burning for next year and hoping that next year is better, right?
Yes.
Well, what's your instrument setup right now? Are you still on some Gibsons, or you got different?
No, I have the Gibsons have kind of been put away. I am on a set of McCollums that I had purchased from a girl that had gone through the Payson
Gotcha.
piping program,
Yeah.
and I guess she was not piping anymore and sold them, and that was probably back in 2005, 2006.
Yeah. Well, those are great pipes.
They are. I love them. I have kind of some softer reeds in them, and that was a little bit of a challenge to get on them. But now that I play with them, I can just play, and I can actually play longer with them.
Yeah.
So it's been funner that way.
Yeah, certainly a good thing. I mean, give you more time to play. That's worth it. There's no reason you have to play a gut buster. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Especially when you're playing by yourself. I mean, do something that you got to take it to a level where you can enjoy it.
Yes.
Not have it just be torture every time. Do you like playing on a leather bag, or do you have a synthetic bag? Do you have any preference?
The Gibson's was a leather
Yeah.
elk hide, so it was really thick. The McCollums are a synthetic, and it has an air dryer in it.
Do you like either one over the other so far?
I think I need to. The synthetic bag is really big.
Oh, I
I
see.
I think I need to tighten it up a little bit or shrink it down. But it works great.
Yeah.
Low maintenance.
It can take some time to get, like when a pipe major calls something off and you got a real big bag. I think especially the synthetic ones, it takes a lot to get them filled all the way up.
Yeah.
You got to plan ahead to cut off too.
Oh yes, especially when it's softer because it uses less air.
Yeah.
And
You got
you're
a whole movement before the end of the song. You got to be thinking about that and letting your
Oh
air
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
If money were no object, do you have any bagpiping items or travel plans or uniform items that you'd really like to have?
I would love to go out to the College of Piping at St. Anne's.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be neat. I had a friend that went with the Erdmans out there just probably late 90s. And I heard all about it, and I guess they go out there all the time,
Yeah.
or have been out there multiple times. But great school, love to go there. Tour the UK and Europe,
Yeah. Now I understand
and
that Larry Erdman taught you how to play initially down there in Springville. Is that also through the Erdmans that you even like learned that bagpipes existed, or did you have, previous
a little
exposure?
bit. My dad actually went through school, like college electrical school with Larry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they are like really good friends, and so
Gotcha.
they knew through there. So my dad knew that he did teaching. My dad actually and I started taking lessons together, but me just being out of high school, I had a lot more free time, and
Yeah, that's the way it
dad,
always goes.
yeah. But since I'm the only piper in the family, I guess I'm still the favorite child.
Yes, I say the same thing, man.
Yeah.
Got to keep that. Like at first, I was like, I wish my siblings would play with me, and now I'm like, nah, nope, this is my thing. Nobody else can do this.
Yep. I'm the family favorite.
That's right. Well, and it's good that your wife likes it too. Do you have
Yeah.
any family members that are kind of like, hey, you don't have to get those out right now. That's enough.
Not really.
Yeah.
I think I've kept it the mystique of it enough that
That's
it's
right,
I don't
that's
play
right.
around them enough
Give them
that
just
it's
enough,
so
to
it's
stay-
it's a treat when it comes out.
That's right. That's the good
Yeah.
strategy. That is a good
Yes.
strategy. Do you have any favorite go-to tunes? Your favorites, be they common marches or other tunes you've heard elsewhere? Any of your favorite, something every time you play, you always play this tune because you like it.
Uh, Blue Bonnets.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that one. It's a nice kind of you can play a little slower, nice felt marching tune. Just your old marching favorites. Did get into learning like some of the Sands of Kuwait. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's the March of King Leis.
I don't know if I know that one, but I do agree with you. There are a lot of bagpipe tunes that are difficult to pronounce. That's for sure.
Yeah, that one's Irish.
Gotcha.
But the tunes like that, I really like doing those. But I guess it's more because I've always been more solo.
Yeah, sure. Sure, absolutely. Do you have any favorite pipers or pipe bands to listen to?
Oh, Paddy Keenan. Have you heard of him?
I haven't. No, that's new to me.
He's an uilleann piper, and
I love uilleann pipes, so
oh,
I'm gonna look
he
this
is
guy up
good.
right away.
Look him up. It's I can't remember who he plays with, too, but he has played a bunch. But
Did you say it's Paddy Keenan?
Keenan, Keenan.
Okay. I'm definitely looking him up. Really, like uilleann pipes are my dream. I want to learn.
Yeah.
About uilleann
Oh,
pipes, so.
he's phenomenal. He's right there, like with Fred Morrison. Just phenomenal. Just great melodies.
Awesome. I'll be looking him up for sure.
Like Clan Sutherland. I still love listening like to Pandora. I have many stations set for like the regimental march,
Yeah.
piping bands.
That's good. I'm glad you love those because sometimes, not that like I'm making a value judgment or anything like that, but I do feel like sometimes we as pipers, once we end up playing so much of like
Yeah.
so many common marches and stuff like that, we tend to not want to listen to it anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
When you listen to like really great groups do it really well, it can
Oh, yeah.
it can really infuse a lot more excitement into those old Minstrel Boy, Scott and the Brave, etc. that you play
Oh,
every,
yeah.
every parade.
And when they start throwing their seconds and thirds in there
Yeah.
and harmonizing and just makes you go, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what piping's about.
Yeah, and you revisit that and you hear it done really well. That can really
Yes.
make you feel happy and excited about playing it again with your own group.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Now, is there anything that you wish you could share with others, like about? Sorry, I'm not being clear. Is there anything about the experience of playing bagpipes that like you kind of wish you could bundle it up and hand it to your kids or your wife and say, see how great this feels? Like, I guess what I'm getting at is, what's your favorite thing about playing bagpipes? Really, is the question.
the loudness of them.
You like it being loud, huh?
I do. I still like the small pipes though.
Yeah.
Have a set of those I'll play.
Oh,
But,
do you? What kind of small pipes do you have?
they are Walsh, John Walsh.
I have some Walsh as well.
Yeah.
You have the A2000s or D2000s or retro pipes or shuttle pipes?
It's the, what is it? The Durlin,
Yeah.
the synthetic plastic
Yeah.
set. I figured those would be easy, low maintenance synthetic
Yeah, I've
bag
got
on
some of
those.
as well, yeah.
Yeah. They're fun to play.
But
take them.
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say they're small enough I can take and durable. I take them backpacking with me, and
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah,
Play them out in the mountains. But you like that the big pipes are loud.
I do.
Yeah.
I still love the loudness of them. You can hear them coming in. You can hear them in parades. You can hear them down the street
Yeah.
coming, and it's like, oh, here they come. They're coming.
Do you feel
Here
like personality-wise, does that match your personality, or are you more of a quiet guy and like bagpipes are how you get it out?
I'm kind of quiet,
Yeah.
I guess, until you get to know me, and then I won't shut up. So, yeah.
Have you heard any good or even terrible bagpipe jokes?
Oh, let's see.
Probably better keep it kid appropriate too, just so you know.
Oh, yeah. I got two.
All right, bring them on.
Okay. How is playing the bagpipes like throwing the javelin blindfolded?
I haven't heard this one before. I don't know.
You don't have to be very, well, what is it? You don't have to be very good to get people's attention.
Oh. All right, yeah, that's a good one.
What's the difference between the Great Highland pipes and Northumbrian pipes?
What's the difference?
The Great Highland pipes burn longer, but the Northumbrians burn hotter.
That's funny because those Northumbrian pipes are probably second place for like most hated kind of bagpipes for
Yeah.
people who don't already love them.
Yes.
Which personally I do love them. I'd love to learn how to play those as well, but they do have a unique kind of piercing sound, don't they?
They do, and with bagpipes, it's either you love them or you hate them.
Yeah, there's not really much of a middle ground, is there?
Yeah, it's not like I can deal with it. It's I'll wait till the next song, but no, it's you love them or you hate them.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had that experience with my own children. I have some kids, all my kids are little right now, but they have each been born with like kind of a clear preference or strong preference that I not play. It's funny. I wonder how much of it is in their DNA versus
Yes.
learning how to like it or not.
Yes.
Have you considered or have you ever tried playing drums, snare, tenor, or bass?
I would like to learn how to play the drums.
Yeah. Any one of those that appeal to you especially, or do you want to learn kind of all of it?
I would like to start off with the snare.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Looking at it, I guess this is kind of different than what other people think, but I think drumming actually is harder than playing the pipes.
That's probably really refreshing for any drummer to hear, because most pipers are like, what we do is harder than what you do.
Because with the pipes, and you play solo pipes, whatnot, my timing is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It is absolutely terrible.
But you can just be like, I'm being expressive.
You can speed it up, you can slow it down. You don't have to keep in constant. But with drums, you're right on. You have to be there with the count.
Right.
That would be something I'd have to learn.
Yeah, you got some responsibility on you when you're a drummer.
Yes, and they're very loud.
That's
They're
for
louder
sure.
than pipes, so they're like they set everything.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn a little bit of snare myself right now, but when I tried hitting a snare drum, it was like you ever go shooting like on a shooting range, and like the first few shots are really loud. It's like you kind of have to work your way once you've fired off a few rounds, then you're more comfortable with the sound and you can concentrate on what you're doing. But the first few kind of surprise you.
Oh yeah.
That's how I feel about snare drum, man. When I try to hit a snare drum, like I'm involuntarily blinking every time I hit the drum.
Yeah. Yeah, but I would love to learn snare.
Yeah. Once again, it's loud. right?
Yes, it is loud.
And that's what you like.
Yes. Let them know I'm coming.
Yeah. When you're setting up your pipes, getting ready to play, do you have any kind of like pre-performance ritual that you do? Any, stuff you like to double check before putting them together, blowing them up? Any, like tuning rituals, anything like that?
I'll get them like before going out to play like at a funeral. I will go get them tuned up at home and get them all set. And then this is like an hour or so before, and then I just don't touch them.
Oh, so do you put them in your car like already set up? Like you don't bring them in?
I play synthetic. All my reeds are synthetic, so I don't really worry about the cane and the chanter.
Yeah.
So I'll have them all set up, and I just kind of forget about it, just to not get any anxiety or anything over playing.
Oh, sure.
Just kind of.
Then you can tell yourself, okay.
I'm just
ready.
like,
Don't have to worry about it.
yeah, and not think about playing. That I'm going to be up in front of people, and then you just kind of you get there and you just pull them out and go.
Yeah.
It's probably not what you're supposed to do, but it's what I do.
Hey man, especially when it's solo stuff, I'd say whatever works for you is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You don't want to go mess up at a funeral, so whatever you got to do to feel like you're in the zone, that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So to kind of as a kind of an outro here, as I'm gonna have like the drone sound swell up here. Do you have any words of wisdom? It doesn't have to be to do with bagpipes, but though it can be to do with bagpipes. Like any wise saying that you would like to share with our 3 listeners, yourself included.
Oh, I've got some, but they're probably not family friendly.
You got some limericks or something there.
Yeah, it's a little limericks like words of wit.
Yeah, gotcha.
Like balls of.
Well, hey.
Both take something to create them. You fill in the blanks.
That's perfect. That'll do. That'll do just fine.
That was family friendly enough.